Hi all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we're going to be tackling issue 16 of Build Your Own X-Wing. Just before we start, I'd like to make a shout out to a YouTuber called P40F20. He's looked at my videos and actually advised me, because this broke on here, about doing some GB weld. It's like a metal glue and it's worked an absolute treat. So thank you for that, P40F20. Much appreciated. Any more of your tips come through. So let's get modelling. So let's have a look at the magazine like we always do. Turn over. Oh gosh, missing a page. So, Sand and Mud, Return of the Jedi studio filming. Got some more of the X-Wing there. Turn over to the next page. And this time we have Starfighter Ace Oddball. I think we see him in Revenge of the Sith. And then we're actually, excuse me, on with what we're doing today. So we're going to be doing more of the upper starboard engine. We've got, looks like, quite a few pages today, so we're doing more of the detail of the engine, and then we're carrying on with more. We've got some more piping to do, which I've been told you need to match actually these up to the pictures because they're not exactly correct. So that'll be fun when we get to it. A bit more of the engine, and then we'll actually be putting it into place as well and finishing it off. So quite a bit to do today. It shouldn't be too long, hopefully. So what we're going to need, let me just put this over here. We're going to need this from previous issues, and we're also going to need this as well that we've had from previous issues. So, well, let's get to the bag of parts because that's what we're doing first, I believe. Let's get these open. So yeah, we've got some more pipe work, which I'm not too bothered about doing because I quite enjoyed yesterday's pipe work. And we've also got some more of the engine. Oh, and I'm about to throw away some screws there, which I shouldn't do. Okay, and we've got some XW01 screws and XW02 screws. Okay, so the first thing it wants us to do is we need to get into these bits here. I would have difficulty with these things, but oh, not this morning. So I am filming this morning. I normally film in the afternoon, but I got a bit of a day sort of off. Now what I am going to use for these this bits is what I used yesterday, which is my tweezer set, because it's easier to get the parts out, and it's also if we've got some fine detail to do. So the first thing it wants us to do, it wants us to grab this bit here, which as you can see has got 3 holes in it, and this part here. Okay, and what it wants us to do is simply drop this into this, which we will do now. Okay, now it doesn't sit exactly flush. But what we'll do is we'll just get the tweezers on it and just sort of push it down if we can. And I think that's about as far as it'll go. Then it wants us to get this part here, and that then slots into place like so. Okay. And then it wants us to get this piece here, this tiny piece, if you can see it on the camera, and it wants us to slot this piece into this recess like that. If I can get it in, it can only go in one way, and then you're left with that detail there. And then it wants us to bring over the engine. And if you see here, we've got 2 holes here and here. and it just wants us to place this in that. So let's make sure we get it the right way around, and we're going to place that in. It's a bit fiddly how it goes in, so just making sure I line it up right. Yep, that's now gone in like so, and you can see that detail on the camera. Okay, so we're just putting that to one side, and it says now we need to take the bulkhead and 4 remaining plant-on details, identifying the left and the right hand holes. Okay, so we're wanting to use this part here, and then we've got some tiny, and I mean tiny, little details inside here. So let's get them out. And what it wants us to do is it wants us to identify the left and the right. So it wants us to do that via the holes. So I don't know if you can see this very closely. I really need to sort out my close-up camera. This is going to be the left. Okay. And then that's got 2 little holes at the bottom. So the other one has to be the right. And then we've got 2 sort of, I don't know what they are, to go in as well. Okay, so let's put them there and them there. Okay. So turning over to the next page. And what it wants us to do, it wants us to actually put this. So we'll start from the left. It wants us to put these little things inside the holes. So we'll do that now. Very small. But I'm just looking at, yeah, it can only go in one way because it's got a little notch on it. And that's gone in like that, if you can see that. And we'll do the other one on the right hand side. I don't feel that going in properly, so let's just double check that. And that's gone in like so. Okay. And now what it wants us to do is it wants us to actually fit these into this plate here. So we'll do that now, and it's got a sort of a little notch on it for the left and for the right. So let's place them in. So I'm hoping today to get 2 videos out. So I'm hoping to get the X-Wing out this morning, and I'm thinking maybe some tank this afternoon, because I've got a few new subscribers that are interested in the tank build. So as a treat for them for subscribing, I think I'm going to get a nice tank build out. So once you've done that, it then wants this detail that we did in the last one, and it wants us to slot that just in there like so. Now this is where it gets difficult. This is where all these little pipes want to be. So I'm just going to get them out of the box for now. Okay, so looking at it this way, it wants us to get pipe A, which, looking at it, is this longish one here, and that just wants to go from the hole. You can get it in, a bit fiddly, but yeah. And that wants us to put that in the hole on the grey section, which has gone in quite nicely. And then it wants us to get B. So I think this is B. And then that wants to go into the hole above it. I'm just going to get my tweezers on this. Into there. Yep, that's right. So we've got A and B in. Next it wants D in. So let's have a look what could be D. I think D is that one. Yes, because it actually has a little bit of a bend in it. So let's have a look. D. Sorry. Yeah. A, B, C, D. And D is going into okay, like so. Oh, it's quite nice actually. And then we have H. Let's have a look. H. Bit of a bend again on it, I think. So I think it's this one here. I was told that the pipes actually are wrong in the pictures, so that's why I'm actually doing this by eye. So if I get it wrong, I'm sure somebody tell me. So let's look at H again. Yeah, I think it is this one because it's got a bit of a slight bend on it. So let's try and get H in to place. Oh, no. Let's have a look. I don't think that is H, to tell you the truth. I think this one is H. Let's have a look. H. Right. Ah. Right, so the mistake I've made is I've put A, B, right. I believe this is H. Nope, that's not H. Let's have a look. A, B, D. Where's C? Let's have a look. A's in there. B's in there. D's in there. H is coming off. So it could be this one here, but I'm not too sure. I still believe it's this one here. I'm sure we'll soon find out if I've done it wrong. Nope, that wants to ping everywhere. Tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to flip this around and do the others because then I can see what we're actually left with. So let's put C in. sorry if I'm just being a bit quiet here, guys. I'm just trying to concentrate and get this in. Which it doesn't want to do so. Let me put a bit more light on the situation. So I wonder if that's actually right then. Right, so let's have a look at C again. Can only really go in one way. So, and it's only really, so look, it does have a bit of a bend on it, so maybe it is this one here. Oh, just noticed one of the pipes on the other side has popped out, so just pop that back in. So C. Right, so yeah, it goes into the bottom. Right, so I think that's, yeah, that looks correct. Let's try and get that in a bit more so it don't come out. Problem is I'm popping pipes now from either side of the other side. So let's try and get that tip back in. Right. So C goes into the bottom one. See, I still don't think that looks right for C. But then so let's just keep with that for now, and if we need to change it, we can change it. See, I don't think that either is G. Not easy, these parts, guys. Okay, take two. I'm going to come off camera and then I'll catch you back. Right, so that's what it's looking like now. Sorry I had to come off camera, guys, for that one. It was a bit difficult working out where them pipes go, but we worked it out. Right, so next bit it wants us to do is it wants us to get this sort of golden part here, and it wants us to put the two pieces together, so it should just be a nice push fit, hopefully. So, oh, fiddly fingers this morning. Okay, let's get these bits in here. Oh, doesn't want to hold. Nope. Let's, yeah. This side now doesn't want to go in. I don't want to force it and break the actual plastic, so let's have a look. Why is that not going in? Strange. Right, let's take this apart and find out why that side don't want to go in. And it's broken off, great. And I can't get that out. So let's just push it in and I'll dab a bit of glue on it. My little pliers set. Yeah, see, it's gone in now. So let's get a bit of glue on that. And then we know it's not going to go anywhere. Right, just try again. Nope, doesn't want to go up. Right, and we'll get our little pliers. Sort of try and crush that down a bit. And that's gone down. Okay, don't know why that was an issue, but it obviously is. Okay, so, getting back to the build. It now wants us to place this on here, like so. So it wants us to put that top part. Oh God, butterfingers this morning. It's because I don't normally do my build in the morning. And that's on like so. Just make sure them pipes are still in. Yes, they should be because they're super glued in. And then, oh God, more pipe work. Okay. And where's that attaching to? Right, okay, so it wants us to get these last final bits of pipe work. 1, 2. And we've got some small holes on the top here. I think what's happened is this has been printed and then painted. So it's not easily done. Right, so that's the first one in. And then we've got the second one. That's gone in a bit easier. Just bob it in that bottom hole. And that's in there. Okay, so now we've done that. Okay, it wants us now to take the 2 assemblies, so let's make some space in here. Okay, so it now wants us to take this, and we need this part here. So turning over to the next page, so it then now wants us to put this part into the engine. So let's have a look how it does it on the actual magazine. So it wants us to, oh, right, okay, so get it round this way, and it wants us to put it in this way. So let's turn this around again to make sure we get it in the right place. Right, so we're trying to do it from the bottom up to the top. So look how I've done this. So that should slot in, but then I've got to line it up with Right, we've now got that in position, guys. Sorry about that, I had to come off it because it was a bit fiddly to get it in, and it took me at least a good 10 minutes. But it's in place now. So what it wants us to do, it wants us to flip it over, and we're going to be securing this in place with some XW02 screws. So let's get the X202 screws and my screwdriver. That's the right one. And it just wants to secure it in at this top part here. Let me just bring that over into the camera. Looks like it might need my other. Yeah, that's bigger. So that's secured in place now. Okay. And then he wants us to get a piece, which I didn't actually get out. Just bear with me a second. Right, sorry about that, guys. I didn't realise we needed that part. Just securing that back in nicely. Oh, we've had a pipe come out. I mean, you're not going to see this bit, guys, when it's done, but it's just nice to know they're in there properly. Okay, so it wants us then to get this part here. Okay, and it wants us to slot that in place down there, which it is. And then it wants us to get the engine casing and where to bob this over. Oh, that bit's come out. Then slot it down and into place. Making sure that's nice and in place. There's no gaps, and making sure that everything's lined up, which it is. Okay, so we've done that, and then it wants us to secure this in by XW02 screws. So we've had some XW01 screws, but we haven't actually had anything to do with them yet. So I presume therefore a future issue, and I will be saving all my screws. Let me just bring that into focus a bit more. Now, why is that screw not wanting to go in? So let's try and take it out. It's because this has to be lined up perfectly, which apparently it's not. Oh, it looks, yeah, that looks fine. So I'll try again with this screw. Nope, still not wanting to go in. Let me just check that it's the right screws. Hold them silently together, turn it over and drive XW02 until identified in step 35. So that's what we're doing. Right, let's try a different screw hole. And then maybe it'll all join up together eventually. Right, that's not wanting to time. Let me come off camera, guys, and I'll check what's going on. Right, I'm back, guys. Right, sorry for that. You really have to make sure that this is put in properly, because if not, you're not going to be able to get the screws in the bottom. I managed to do it, but yeah, you need to make sure it clips in and whatnot. So yeah, take your time with that, guys. Managed to get it in perfectly, and now I've got all 4 screws in. So, and that is what it's looking like. Now, it's a bit of a shame we can't see a lot of the detail, but I think we know it's there. So, but yeah, I think we're only going to be able to see this part here. But if you actually look into the engine itself, you can see some of the actual details. If I can just show you on camera. I don't know if you can see that, guys, but you can actually see some of the engine details. So we know it's there, and we know we worked hard on it. And that is actually one of the first wings complete. It actually goes around this way. And yeah, so as far as I'm aware, in the next issue, we're actually going to be fitting the laser cannon on this one and whatnot. So should be a nice, quick, good episode next time. And yeah, and that's it for this issue, guys. Thank you for watching. Nice bit of a fiddly one again, issue 15 and issue 16, but you know, I like a good episode that you can get your teeth into. Sorry, should I say issue? It's so early in the morning. I'm not used to doing videos this time of the morning, so I'm a bit tongue-tied. If you like this video, then give it a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and hit the notification bell, and you'll be notified when any of my videos come up. I am hoping, fingers crossed, that I can get another video out this afternoon, because I've got a bit of a free day today. So I've done one this morning, but I've got to wait for that to upload, and then hopefully I've got another one coming out today. So see you again next time, guys. Bye.